Alright, so we got the radiator back in the car. You didn't really miss much. You put it back in the way you took it out. Um, there's a couple of screws that put the fan in. It all goes out and goes in one assembly. And the GM model will tell you how to do that. It's pretty easy. You may want to I reuse these because I got if you take a vice grip and put them in your vice grip you could reflatten them and then reuse these retainer clips. Okay, these retainer clips alone are the reason why you just want to you take the front off, because you are never it's a pain in the ass you see how small those crevices are right there. There's 4 of these going up and down each side, and they're nearly impossible to get off. And you have to, in order to get the retainer plate off, or the wind shroud off is what they call it. This plastic it holds pretty much all these together. The unit in directs wind in through the car past the radiator. In order to get that off, you have to take these retainers off, and it's a pain in the ass. Last time I tried to do it the other way, it took me 2 days just for the radiator. I've been working on it for about an hour this morning, and I'm already like almost done. So yeah, when GM says do it this way, do it this way. Shortcuts don't usually get you lost in the mountains somewhere and turn into cannibalism. Just saying. So anyways, history buffs will know what I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, so that's where we're at. I got a few hoses and stuff. I got to reattach the transmission line right here, and then and that's basically it. Then we'll add some coolant before I button everything up, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm gonna put the phone down for now, and it's worse than what it looks like, man. It really is. It's actually very, very simple. I mean, it's just a couple of hoses and whatnot. It's pretty straightforward. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down and get to go and video some notes along the way. Oh, one last thing too. These are the condensers lines for the AC lines and stuff. They go down into here. That's another reason why you need to pull this damn thing out through the front, because coming in from this way, there's just no room. It's possible, but just save yourself the heartache. Anyways, so when you're putting this back in, I found it easier to take some zip ties and zip tie it to the frame here to kind of get, because they kind of flop inwards and then they're just in the way. There's another, sorry, that's my compressor. I had a bunch of coolant and I was trying to clear the coolant out before I put it back in. Anyways, this is your line to the transmission. This goes into your lower radiator for your transmission. And your transmission passes through here, and this is what your transmission, basically a transmission radiator. I think they call it somewhere else, but it's basically just a radiator. It has the same idea. Line comes in, that one right here hooks to that line right here. And don't be trying to turn it or anything like that, because you're not going to. There's just a clip, and the clips look like this. If you lose them, don't freak out. Freak out during the install or removal or whatever. They look like this. AutoZone actually has a bunch of these. You go in, if you have a spare or whatever, just go in or take a picture of it and then take it into them. They'll get you one. They sell them in baggies. I think they're like $1 for like a pack of 5 or something like that. I think, at least at my AutoZone here. Anyways, so that goes into that, and then you have this other one right here that is part of this set here. So what will happen is that this one goes here, and this one will go up into your radiator. On the inside here, it's like somewhere in here, right about there. So, uh, and that's what, and that just takes coolant into to keep the fluid in your transmission clean, cool, and functioning. Sorry to say breakfast. And these just hang, and then this comes out. It's just two things really hanging off this, and it sits inside of here. This kind of skid plate looking thing. Yeah, you see, it's basically just another wind shroud, and these plastic clips click into the other wind shroud on the inside. So that'll hang. That plastic piece hangs down into here. That piece goes in with it, and that's that. So, and then after that, you just got your main supply. You got your you got your reservoir overflow, I call it, right here. And you got supply. You got supply. You got one down there that needs to be connected. I gotta connect, and then your other one that's right there. There. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, tip to save yourself some hassle before you put your radiator in. If you take your clips and squeeze them so that they face straight up, it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. So that so before you're installing it and get it in here, I forgot to do that one, so I'm gonna struggle with that one probably. But once you do that, you're good to go.